Right, well this is a different video than usual. I'm going to try and build, with a quick build, a Bugatti Chiron. No idea when this video is coming out and how this is going to work, and what the hell I'm going to talk about. Right, let's see where this goes. Obviously you've got all the instructions here, which I'll be following at some point. Stickers, I'll probably stick them on when I need. What's that? That's a windscreen. A lot more bits than I was expecting. Right, couple of door handles. Right, so what do we talk about? Why am I doing this instead of whatever else? Pokemon cards and whatever. Well, Pokemon cards are becoming increasingly rare. I would have thought over the past year, it would have been getting better, but no, it's just been getting worse. I mean, I am starting to see possibly some bits and pieces in the shop, like black and white, but I just don't want to buy it. And then of course next year is the 10th anniversary, so it might be just 30th anniversary, 10th generation. It might just be as bad or even worse. So I'm kind of on the back foot on getting anything Pokemon related. So I'm doing this. What do we need here? I need copper axles. Axle. Right. May go under the far part. Yu-Gi-Oh cards I'm still doing. Mostly because I like collecting them and they're relatively speaking, cheap. Far cheaper than Magic and Locana. Although, when I say relatively, I mean like considering how much I buy. What do I need next? I need a back seat, I suppose. I don't know what it is. Where does that go? It goes on top. Which makes sense, I suppose. This is a mixture of Lego and Airfix. I'm surprised it's not called Lego Airfix, to be honest with you. But it's called Lego QuickBuild. Airfix and regular. Well, the regular Airfix I'm not a huge fan of. I just like all these fiddly tiny little parts that just get everywhere. And then of course at the end of it you've got to paint the thing, which is not the worst thing in the world, but sometimes it's irritating. Especially when you spend like an hour or so trying to build the blasted thing, and then you think, oh, I've got to paint something. I just cannot be bothered at that point. Right, that's the right. Bloody sirens. Right, hopefully that's faded away enough for me to continue. Right, other things. Well, Legends ZA, I've done the story of the DLC. I'm now just in the process of catching some legendaries and throwing out the decks. I'm not a huge fan of the hyperspace stuff. Drives me mental, like you've got a certain amount of time to get what you need, and other times you do something and you think, oh, I'm going to use this one to give myself more time, and you realise that, well, I've done it all. Even though I went for a lower donut for one room and then a higher donut for another, and sometimes it's simply off. Drives me mental. Right, what do I need to do? That one. And work the right way around, yes I am. Why is that not alright? Oh, it's because it's supposed to like that. That's not alright either. Is that supposed to overhang like that? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Right. In terms of the best sort of looking megas, the worst sort of megas, Let's see, I do like Mega Dragalge. I know I haven't actually used it yet, but I do like the look of it. It's got that kind of intimidating sort of poison seaweed sort of thing. Not quite to put it. Megas I don't particularly like or care for are the two Raichus are alright. They're alright. I don't care much for one way or the other. They're just alright. Mega Dragonite is just okay. Mama is okay. I'm trying to think of other ones and my brain is just dead. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Where's that go? Alright, next up. That side. Pressed in. Game mechanics. That might be easier. The animation that your Pokemon has to do when you get sent out of battle is so irritating. So much so that you think, alright, I'm going to switch Pokemon to attack this, or your opponent gets knocked out, you're going to attack the next opponent. Your Pokemon's got to do a bloody animation before you can attack. Now, at which point I've been hit once, and my opponent is in the process of doing the second attack, their second attack, before I can even do anything. So bloody irritating. Right, where are we? The other things is some attacks feel like they're fast, and some attacks feel like... So I know they've set it up like that way, but sometimes you do an attack and I think, oh, this will be quick. And then it just takes 10 minutes to fucking attack. Or I think the other thing that's irritating is your opponent, your Pokemon, only attacks on where you are standing. So if you think, oh, I'm going to go over here to get out of the way of an attack, then use an attack, and your opponent's got to walk all the way to you before it can attack. It's like, why? You know, I've been hit by an opponent 4 times by the time I've dodged something to attack. It's like, oh, fucking annoying. Right, I need some stuff. Seats. What's that? Wheel console. It says I should put a sticker, which makes sense actually if I've got to put the roof on all that. Put the sticker on here. There we go, that's the wheel sticker. Why are we missing something? It says 4. Oh, the dashboard. Yes. That's this one. How the hell am I going to get one? Okay, that's on. I was worried about I was not going to reach in there and get that, but I did. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, attacks. Yeah. Let's move on. Positive. Positive. There is positive in the fact that I'm not offended by battles. Doing those battles. I just think there's areas that I think I like doing this, and then other times I just think, oh god, I can't do a load of big battles to, you know, level up. I suppose you've got the XP candies, but sometimes you just want to battle your Pokemon, get the feel of them. I hate using level 100s all the time, but you've got to in the DLC. You've got to, because otherwise you're too under leveled to take on anything. If you want to do a 5-star rank or even a 4-star rank, you know, you just got so irritating. Is that right? Right, seats. The seats feel like they're very low. I mean, I suppose they have to be for a low-slung sports car or supercar. I can't get my bloody fingers in there to do that. Why have I got to put the bloody doors on before I can do this? It's irritating. So yeah, some attacks are slow, some attacks are fast, some attacks you can sort of do from your opponent Pokemon not moving, but not most of the time they move towards you before you can attack. And then you've got attacks that are just like, I suppose because you do occasionally get frozen, which is useful for freezing your opponent, because it does actually freeze them for quite a while. Sleep is obviously useless. I mean, yeah, you can still do Dream Eater and all that sort of stuff, but you know, it's not as good because you can still attack through being drowsy, or be attacked while they're drowsy, which is irritating. Paralyzed just slows them down a bit, which, considering the dodge mechanic is already quite crap, it's just almost non-existent. Makes a difference in my opinion. Burn, I don't think burn and poison are the most top two. Poison your opponent, they're guaranteed to die, unless of course you give them a heal halfway through for restore. But your opponent doesn't do that, so you win. As far as I'm aware, I haven't seen any opponent gives any of their Pokemon a potion of any sort. Is that really it? For some reason you're looking at pieces and you just think, surely I need more than this. Where do these bits and pieces go? But then, I suppose that is right. Alright, where do you go? You go there. Is that right? Must be right. Let's see where else it could go. Alright. I feel like those pizzas should be touching. Maybe they should be, and I've been looking at this wrong. No, it is right. Yes, a lot of it. Yeah, this video's gonna be a lot of me just mumbling to myself, which is pretty much all my videos, but whatever. Right. Let's see. That presumably doesn't look right. It must go in there, unless it goes on top, which might make more sense. In fact, I think that does make more sense. Right. There we go, we're getting the windshield on. Probably should give that a clip. Oh, that's alright, it's clean enough. Right, then that goes. How the hell does that go in? I don't understand where this goes. Presumably it goes there, but it doesn't look like it fits. I suppose that does go like that. It just looks a bit odd. I suppose it is the window wipers. Yeah, alright, there we go. Games in the new year. Well, obviously Pokemon, what's it called, Day is on the 28th of February. And there will be some interesting announcements. I'm not going to buy Pokepedia, Pokepedia, I don't know what it's called. What's it called, Animal Crossing, like Pokemon. I'm not going to get that. I never finished the Animal Crossing, I got bored of it. So I'm not going to buy the Pokemon one. Also, it's expensive. Well, I suppose it might be a long-term game, but I'm still not buying it. Roof. Oh, 6, 8 and 9 stickers. Where do they go? Yeah, that's good enough. And 9. There, it's even better than 8. If I take 8 off. There. Although why you can't just make this part black, I don't know. Alright, roof. No, not before the roof goes on. That goes on, which is the engine bay cover. Is it going that way? No, no. Look at this. It goes like that. So Gen 10. How many Pokemon will we get announced? And will we get old Pokemon with new evolutions? Or will it be like Gen 5, where we just got an entirely new set of Pokemon? I personally hope old Pokemon get some evolutions. Also, what's the gimmick going to be? Is it Mega Evolutions? Are they really coming back for Gen 10? Or will they introduce something new? No, because we had Mega, we had, what's that, Z moves? Are they Z moves? Yeah. And Gigantamax and Terrestrialization. So I'm not offended if we get more Megas. I do feel that they may be recycling content a bit, but I'm not offended by that. Why isn't that going on? There we are. Clicked in. What Pokemon do I hope for? Even though I'm not asking for it, and I don't think we will get it, I'll be curious to see if they do any more Eevee evolutions. I don't think we will, but it'll be interesting to see if it does. Because then everyone else will shut up about the bloody Eevees getting more Megas. No, not Megas, evolutions. Right. Before I put that on, we do the back. That's the back, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we want 11, 12, and 13. That we'll have to do. And then we fold it over. That goes there. It's not the best sticking stuff in the world, but that will do. For me, it will do. For everyone else, that'll probably irritate them. And fold it over. Alright. Right, alright, next up is 13. Is that really? Really? Did you have to make that a sticker? That is going to be a pain in the arse of the highest order. I've really got a sticker. Really? There we go. That's on. Took a lot of bloody concentration, but it's on. It's not fully centred on that side, but I'm not pucking that up again. Right. Then that goes on the back. Yeah, mostly this is me rambling and trying to talk about the build, and mostly silence. But then that is my aim. So that was the original intent anyway. Silent gamer, just do stuff silently. Right, turn 7 there. If I can get the bloody sticker off. Where am I looking at? I'm confused as hell on what I'm supposed to be looking at here. 7? Yeah, it's supposed to go round. Yeah, it's not long enough from where I'm looking at. Now, I'm supposed to go all the way around so it connects up to there, but that's not going to work, is it? Oh, that's why. Yes, I'm looking over to the side of the stickers. There's more stickers on the other side. But even so, this part of it doesn't look right. Now, if it was a fat piece that went like that, and another piece that went round, why has they got notches in here? Right, it's a bit messy, but fuck it, it's in. I ain't touching that again. Right, That's far too low. But that's all the skin, because I cannot be asked to move it. Right. Stick to the doors. Before we do the doors, we put the fill filler caps on. Twist that off. And put that on the other side. No, wait, that don't work, right? It is the side. Oh, this is the only problem I have with Airfix and models and whatnot. Everything just looks odd until it's all put together and then it works. Right. That goes on that. There's no stickers on those bloody fill filler. No, there isn't. Good. Twist that off. Right. And there. Right. So, two parts of the doors that then go on the car. Presumably, like that. That's fitting in. That fitted nicely, that did. Do you think if they bring Megas back that you'll get alternate Megas for Blastoise and Venus? No, I don't think so. I reckon it's just Charizard, because Charizard's like a big hotness, top-notch Pokemon that everyone like wants and hypes up. Pokemon that I think deserve an evolution, or even a Mega, but evolution preferably, is Heliolisk. I like Heliolisk, and when it first came out I thought, oh, I can use this Pokemon in my playthrough, but it's not strong enough. Heliolisk is just not strong enough. It just didn't feel strong enough, at least, or maybe I played it wrong. You know? Also, I feel like they should have done, it should have worked really, is electric fire. You know, because it's a lizard that lives out in the desert and it absorbs heat and it's hot and all that sort of stuff. You know, electric fire would work. Perhaps a Mega, if they do a Mega for it, would be electric fire. Although changing types is not necessarily a thing. That's going to irritate me, isn't it? Right, other Pokemon that needs an evolution, or at least I reckon they should change the lore of something. Because when Gen 5 came out, and they said all new Pokemon, and yet they have clearly some Pokemon that should be evolutions. Bouffalant should evolve from Tauros. Love-Disc should evolve into that Alamola, whatever it is. It's like, why did you do it like that? Or at least say there were variants before variants come out. But I reckon they should have tie up some tie them up, say like they say they evolve. I mean, I'll mess around with stuff, but I'd rather they do that than anything else. Let's just focus on the build, shall we? We are flipping over. Yes. Is that the back? That must be the back. Back. Part plate 1. Coming together nicely. Right, back part. Oh god, did I mean I mucked up. I've gotten ahead of myself. I mucked up. I forgot to put this part on. This goes there. And that goes. Where does that go? That's that piece of it. Staring at it, sometimes I've got to hold that there. Where does that go? in between. Let's do. There, that looks better. Right, and then that, finally, get the bloody thing on. Right, interruption over. Back to the puzzle. Just squeeze the back one. Right, are we... why does that look? Oh, that's because we haven't actually put the doors on yet. What are those pieces? Oh, wing mirrors. Is that the whole thing a wing mirror? Go through that hole on that door. Upside down like that. No, hang on, I need to look at one. Like that. So that door goes like... there we are, it goes like that. That don't work. Don't quite work. Unless that's just literally held there by gravity, not gravity, but between the two pieces. It's not working. Why is that not working? I think that is in, it just don't feel like it's in there far enough. Because when you're supposed to see this segment, maybe not. Right, that goes on. There we go, that feels like I went in. Why did that not work on that side? It is in on that side though, isn't it? Yeah, that's in. Right, I think that's in. Some parts just don't feel like they're on properly, but it must be. Right, let's get the front of this car done, presumably. Stickers 1 and 2 needs to go on... where's that piece? That piece, is it? That's the piece, yeah. 1 and 2. Really? Alright. There, that works, that's good enough for me. Right, 2. Pull it along. There we are, that goes there. Ah, I had a feeling that might happen. Yeah, that works. That's good enough for me. It's on. Right. That goes to the bottom plate. Presumably on first. like there we are. Pieces are snapping in. I'll be honest, I want to get this done now because I want to do something else. I'm kind of not bored, but like getting close to the end of it. Get it done, look at it, and think, oh, I'm done. Right. Wing ears and front nose. Do you know, I've got small hands, but even so, this is so bloody fiddly. I suppose I should get tweezers out actually, shouldn't I? Well, I'm nearly done now, so I won't bother. Right. That goes there. We did 3, didn't we? Yeah. Right. The other side. Oh, there it is. 16, and we just got 14 and 14 and 10 on the stickers. Sticker, yeah, that's in enough for me to say yes. Right, where do you go then? Nose goes on the front. Literally there. Presumably that's on enough. Right, that. Just got to fit it seamlessly in. Right. That's in, that's on. That's in. Is that supposed to be like that? What did I muck up? No, I think that is right. There we go, the front nose. Ah, yes, that's why it's supposed to be like that, isn't it? Front nose is supposed to look like that. Right, and then the hood, or the bonnet. Bonnet is supposed to be British, hood is supposed to be American, but I've heard both. Nice. And then, hang on, where's the back stickers? We did 13, 14, didn't we? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We did 13. There, it'll probably piss people off that that's on the wonk, but I'm not focused on that. Right, wheels are simple and fun. Take them all off, the spindle. Proper rubber as well, not actual, what do you call it, plastic. Right, let's see if I do this the right way around. So that is like that. Is that right? No, not right for some reason. Presumably it is. It doesn't feel right. That looks better. Yeah, that's the right way around. Right. Four wheels, all done. Bugatti Chiron. Did I call it Chiron before, or did I call it Veyron? I must call it Chiron, just the name. Right, build videos appear to be very talkative unless I completely silent it and put music over the top. And I can't get the bloody bastard thing on. There we are. Oh, they actually spin. And done. Bugatti Chiron. All built, done and dusted. Actually rolls. So yeah, that's a build video. Like, subscribe and all that malarkey. And I have no idea if I'll do this again.